So very briefly, our team was talking about faster adoption of best practices. We're very blessed in this region to have incredible healthcare providers, medical assistants, front office staff that are doing awesome work, innovative work, creative work. They really know how to do, make the right thing to do, the easy thing to do. The only problem with that is we're all benefiting from it, whether their person's a part of the hospital system or a part of a practice where one of our family member goes, or excellent care has been provided before the patient gets to our setting. So we're all benefiting from it. The problem is that it's happening. You don't know it's happening. You don't know that somebody from an organization has provided posters to a practice so that it says, hey, if you're diabetic, take your shoes off before your provider even comes in the room. You don't know that somebody from an organization has gone to a practice and said, oh, if you do this one little thing in Epic, or if you do this one little thing in in the EHR system, it's like a little shortcut to get you to this other place. And the person's like, oh, great. That none of this stuff is being measured, tracked, or shared across organizations. So what our proposal was around faster adoption of best practices, instead of trying to change the world with huge projects that require top-level executive buy-in and huge budgets, we really want to focus on the small frontline projects that can be done with small tests of change, with little risk and little money, and somehow get the information from one medical assistant to another medical assistant, or from one front desk person to another front desk person. So what our proposal is to either create or hopefully use something that's already existing out there, like maybe Flip the Clinic or something else, where somebody who is working in a medical practice or in a hospital can see, hey, we really need to do a better job. You know, my boss keeps telling me that we really need to do a better job of providing care for our diabetes patients, because we're not, so there's some numbers or something, some kind of outcomes or something that we're supposed to be doing around diabetes, and we're not hitting those, and there's all these projects. Let me go to this website and just type in diabetes or diabetic processes or foot exams or something, and something will pop up and say, oh, here's a project that worked in this clinic, and this is what they did. It won't be in a medical journal. It won't, it won't be a double-blinded, blah, blah, blah study and some kind of thing that was out for 20 years that the Mayo Clinic did. It'll be something that you did frontline with a handful of patients, and you thought it was cool and it worked, and now you do it as part of your regular operating procedure, and you don't think anything of it because it's just the way you do it, but it would blow somebody else's mind if they were like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. And by working with the frontline staff and just sharing the information freely with the people who are actually doing the work, we won't get caught up in all the politics of, well, it's got to be this organization's idea, or it has to be have that person's logo on it, or it has to do this. It'll just be great work that's happening on a frontline level that goes along with lean. It goes along with the concepts of team steps. It goes along with the concepts of ARCs, healthcare quality improvement models, and all that sort of thing. So what we're going to try to do between now and our next meeting is figure out what direction we need to go. Is this something that needs to be created, or can we do some research and figure out, oh, we can use the Flip the Clinic website, or we can use something else like that to be able to have a place to put this information. Then it's going to be, the next challenge is going to be figuring out how we can direct people to the site. So we might call on partners like our AHEC friends to have it mentioned at maybe one of their evening meetings. Maybe my organization can go out, Community Care of North Carolina, Community Care of the Lower Cape Fear, can go out and promote it to our practices to bring people to the site. So then the third piece of that is going to be figuring out, is it being used and how is it being used? So that's our piece.
Outstanding. So thank you.